Hello! Welcome to The Big Question. I'm Charlie. Today's big question is, where does food come from? What's your favorite food? Do you know where it comes from? Let's take a look. Some of our food comes from plants. Some of our food comes from livestock. We get lots of different kinds of food from livestock. And some of our food comes from marine life, the animals and plants that live in the ocean. Most of our food originally comes from a farm, and there are lots of different kinds of farms. Let's take a look at some of them. Some farmers grow crops, such as wheat, corn, and oats in open fields. We need these crops to make flour. We use flour to make bread, cereal, pasta, and cake. On some farms, farmers have orchards, and these are fields full of fruit trees. Apples, avocados, peaches, and many other fruits grow in orchards. Some farmers grow food in greenhouses. Greenhouses protect plants, like tomatoes, from the wind and rain to keep them warm. In some places, the farmland is covered with greenhouses. Some crops are grown on big farms called plantations. Sugarcane, bananas, tea, and coffee are grown on plantations. Delicious! Some farms don't grow any crops for us to eat. They have animals instead. Let's take a look at some of these. Many farms produce animals that we eat. Lots of farms have livestock, like cows, sheep, chickens, and turkeys. And some farms also have more unusual animals, like ostriches and llamas. Have you ever eaten an ostrich burger? How about a llama steak? Some animals are important for another reason, too. Cows, sheep, and goats produce milk that we can drink. We also need milk to make lots of other foods, such as cheese, butter, yogurt, and even ice cream. We call these foods dairy products. And what about eggs? You probably know that chickens produce most of the eggs we eat. But did you know that there are also farms with ducks, geese, and turkeys for their eggs? We can eat eggs from all sorts of birds. Eggs are very good for us. They are full of protein, vitamins, and minerals. I can make lots of healthy and delicious things to eat with this egg. Yum! But a lot of the food we buy today isn't fresh like this egg. It's processed. Let's take a look at what this means. Processed food is a food that is made in a factory. Look at how these potato chips are made. Processed foods often have more chemicals and flavorings and more sugar and salt than natural foods. And they have more saturated fat too. Some of these foods aren't very good for us. Wow, I've never thought about how a potato becomes a chip before. I'll never look at my chips the same way again, but they are still delicious. How about you? What's your favorite processed food? Okay, now you can start to answer the question, where does food come from? Practice and remember these words, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Livestock. Orchard. Greenhouse. Plantation. Sugarcane. Dairy product. Processed food. Saturated fat.